it's Mike from LuminLights, and right now I'm going to do a quick video on how to program a custom show in our 60-watt moving head. This was a request from one of our customers who's on tour with a very well-known, famous band, one of the mega stars, but we're not going to mention names just for privacy's sake. But he told me they want to use this as a gobo projector to project gobos on the wall near the VIP room. So this is how you do it. Get to a menu called Edit, hit the Enter button, and then it'll say Step. Hit Enter again. That's Step 0. Now if you just want to do a fixed gobo on the ceiling, you're going to hit Enter again when you're at Step 0, and the first thing is Pan. So you're going to use your up and down arrow buttons to move the pan of the light. And let's say we're just going to move it a little bit here. Hit Enter. Then the tilt, and we'll put it around 113. Speed, don't worry about that. Color, you can set it to whatever color. I'm going to set it like around, I don't know, whatever. I'll pick a random number, 57. Gobo, let's pick a random gobo. Gobo 2, we won't do anything. Gobo rotation, we won't do anything. Prism, we won't do anything. Focus, we can do later when we look at the beam. Dimmer, we want to put up to 100%, which is 255. Hit Enter. Strobe, now to get the dimmer to turn on, to see the light beam, you have to put the strobe at 255. From 1 to about 150, it's going to strobe at various rates, but at 255, it's going to be steady. Hit Enter. Time, however long you want it to stay on. I mean, if it's the only step you're doing it'll just stay there. But we could say 1 to 2 seconds for time. And use. Do you want to use this step? Yes or no? We do want to use it, and say yes. So that's step 1. Now, to see what we did, let's go back to hitting our menu to get out of this. And sometimes it gets stuck. You have to go to Intro, go to Run, Enter, do like sound or whatever program, go back to Custom. And now you can see, if we look up here, that the light is pointing straight up and shining a out of focus blurry gobo on the ceiling, which we can sharpen up. You can't see this right now, but I'm going to go back into my Edit menu. There it is, Edit, and I'm going to go to Step 0, which we just created, and I'm going Pan, Tilt, Speed, Color, Gobo, Gobo 2, Gobo Rotate, Prism, Focus, and I'm going to move my focus starting from 0 going up, and there we go. Now we've focused our gobo, and again, just so you can see that here, right on the menu, we just focused our gobo. And now this is set. All you got to do is just hit Enter, get through the rest of the steps, leave everything the way it was. And when you hit Use and it says yes, and you hit Enter, it's going to go to Step 1, the next step. But if we're just doing a gobo like you want, then we're not going to go to another step. So just hit the menu button to get out of this, and go to Intro, Enter, go to Run, Enter, go to Sound 2 or another program just to get the light moving, and then go back to Custom, hit Enter, and now the light is back to shining your gobo on the ceiling or wall, wherever you decide to aim the light. And that would just be a single step if you want to use it as a gobo light. Now if you wanted to do a quick custom movement for anybody else, again, going back to our display here, let's go back into Edit, Enter. Step 0 is already done. Let's go to Step 1. We have to get through all. Actually, there is another way to do it. Edit, Step, hit Enter, and there's Step 0. Then you can use the up button, go to Step 1. Now Step 1 is totally empty, so we got to enter some stuff. So Pan, let's turn the pan the opposite way, so we're facing the other way. Tilt, let's move our tilt. Let's move our tilt pointed down, and let's point it up a little bit. There we go. We're at about 45 degrees. And color, I'm just gonna scroll up and pick any old color again. We'll go up to around 100. Gobo, let's do no gobo. Open spot, gobo rotation, no rotation, prism, let's do a prism. So we'll have a 3-facet circular prism. Focus, we'll look at in a minute. Dimmer, let's go up to 255. Strobe, 255. And time, let's do 3 seconds. We want to use it, yes. And now, when we hit run, let's go back to run. Intro. Go up until it says run, enter. And then we pick sound and then go back to custom and hit enter. And now the light is going to do our custom program that we just did. And there's our gobo on the ceiling. That's our first step. And then there's our second step we did with the prism. And depending on how long you do the timing for each move, for each scene, it's going to just keep looping back and forth between the two sets. So again, if you want to do a static gobo, just do step 0, set everything up the way you want it to, and then just hit run and it'll stay as a fixed gobo projector. If you want to do a sequence or a bunch of sequences strung together or scenes strung together to make a sequence, just do the procedure I just showed you there. Make sure the last step that you program in, when it says use, click yes. And don't start another step. It'll go to the next step. Don't worry about that. Just hit the menu button to get out of it. Click play and your loop or your scene, your sequence will start looping. Hope that helps. If you have any further questions, again, this is Mike from LuminLights. Give us a call. Have a great day.